And on this episode of Joe Almost Dies.
This shit is real!
Yeah, I slept on a highway in the middle of nowhere once, on the road. If a car would have came, I would have probably died. Slept on a highway. Okay, so.
Wait, no car, you're just sleeping on the road?
Yeah, in my sleeping bag.
No! Oh my god!
Wait. What?
Holy crap!
Feels like a porn set.
This is beautiful.
What is this?
This is nice.
That was your go-to?
I feel underdressed.
It's all like streamlined and stuff.
What happened to the
I miss
couch?
the filth.
I know. What are we gonna do?
Where's
Look
the
at this.
filth? Dear everybody watching right now in video camera world, this is the goodbye to the comic commentary couch. This was here from the start. It's been through thick and thin, but it's time to get it chomped by a shark because all that is in this couch is sin. Dirty sin.
And shame.
Yep, a lot of that stuff.
One last go?
Yeah, let's give it
Let's go, shame.
one last go with shame, and then we're gonna take it to the shark. So get it. Okay, that's it. We're gonna put our pallbearer glasses on. We're gonna carry it away to its doom. I would say kiss the couch, but I don't want us to catch anything. Let's go. Pick it up.
Steve, you pick up this side, I'll pick up this side. We're gonna throw this out to the audience. Whoever catches it, you can have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crew from SourceFed and their busted ass couch. All right, we're gonna take care of it.
When I was working auto show, I worked for a while as an auto show model, not bikini over a sports car, but like the business suit, stand on stage and talk about the engine into a microphone. I did that for a while. And you also, a big part of that is helping people that are walking around at the auto shows and looking at the cars. And so I was helping this one, this woman and her husband, and the woman was in a wheelchair. And anyway, long story short, she proceeded to ask me about a lot of very inappropriate things. We're talking about seat belts and so forth, and then she just randomly says, "Why is it that men always want blowjobs?" And yep, and I'm like, we're paid to be nice and answer questions, but that's not one of them. And so
Wait, how old was she?
Mid-40s, and I feel bad because she probably wasn't all there. And her husband had walked away to go look at something, and she says to me, "Why is it that men always want blowjobs?" And I said, "I'm not sure, because you have to be nice."
Why didn't you just tell her the truth?
What is the truth, Steve?
Because they're awesome.
Well, that was not the answer I was going to give because that was not a corporate nice answer. So I just said,
All right.
I'm not sure. And wait, listen, it gets better or worse depending on your viewpoint here. So I said, I'm really not sure. And then she goes on to tell me about how she had a problem that she talked to her doctor about how she can't have too much protein. And I'm like, oh, no. And so I'm slowly just going away.
When I was in sex ed, they handed out this sheet of paper to the class because they wanted to take the
the temperature of the room, like of the class, to find out what everybody already knew, so that they could base it off of that. But the way they did it was like a diagram, and it was a list of the anatomical parts. And all I remember was this like teacher's assistant coming up who was like training. She walks up and she looks at my paper and she goes, and then walks off. And I was like, okay, well, something's wrong on here.
I just remember, like I said, it was in 5th grade, and we didn't know a lot. And they separated the boys and the girls. So the boys were in one class and the girls were in the other. I remember 2 things. I remember seeing I remember seeing the internal diagram of the uterus and the ovaries and the whole woman reproductive system, and just going, what the f***, man? They're monsters. What is this? And then I remember getting really nervous and sweaty because I really had a question that I wanted to ask, and nobody had asked one yet. It's like, I finally put it up, and they're like, Jill, what do you want to know? And I go, when you have sex, how do you keep from peeing inside of a vagina? Because I remember sex was on my mind in 5th grade, and that was my biggest fear in the future when I was going to have sex.
Maybe that's why they should wait till
I did not want to pee inside of a woman.
Embarrassing that would be if it was just like, oh no.
Well, wouldn't you like? What if you're the teacher and you heard that?
Gatorade.
How do you
just instantly
not
start?
pee inside
I do.
of a vagina?
You have to give them credit because every single sex ed teacher that I had was so good about the like, Well, you can't pee.
Yeah. It's kind of 2 different things.
Yeah, like,
props for asking the question though, because I had questions.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm taking these to the grave with me. I'm never gonna like raise my hand in this class.
Sedna 388 says, "Where do you think all the bees are going?"
What?
Are the bees leaving?
They're all dying.
Well, you know the tragedy of our subreddit, and this is the microcosm of the tragedy of our subreddit. That only has 1 point. Nobody.
I
upvoted
know.
that to, like,
Why didn't
the very
anybody
top.
vote that up? Big time.
Bees
Wherever
are
they're
gone.
going, they should stay there. Because who likes bees? Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
You both know they're all dying, right? Like,
Are they
that's
actually
the point of
dying?
the question.
Like,
Yeah,
bees
all
are
like,
dying.
the honeybees are dying
Dude,
around the world.
I'm so behind on my bee news. Like,
I
it's
know,
ridiculous.
right?
Me too.
Hey, you guys, real quick.
Yeah.
If Trisha, if you have a baby, can I date that?
Can I date my baby?
Can I date your baby?
No, why? Why is this a question? Why is this a thing?
Just
that's
let him
happening?
date
just
your
let me
baby,
date your
Trisha.
damn
Come
baby,
on.
Trisha.
You gonna be that kind of mom? You're not gonna let him date your baby?
You kidding me? Are you smothering her already?
Are you talking about?
Already?
Are you talking about when she's of legal age, or are you talking about baby?
I don't know. When did Jacob date that baby?
Good question.
When did Jacob date that baby? Anyone know when Jacob dated that baby?
This is the most ridiculous thing that ever happened.
Gonna date that baby. Gonna date that baby.
no.
So the solution is we just need to create robot bees.
Sure.
We'll do the same thing bees do.
Yeah.
Buy bees, and then the robot bees won't have stingers, and then I won't be afraid about them getting into my Pepsi can while I'm camping with my
Can
parents.
we call them robies?
I'd love to call them robies.
Robobees? Robies.
What about bee-bots?
Bee-bots is probably superior. That's
How?
pretty good.
Right?
How's our entire food supply dependent on bees?
How
do we not think that through?
Yeah.
Pollination's a big deal, yeah.
That's important?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You
All right,
guys ever
let's
seen
move.
zoo bees? Have you ever been to the zoo bees? Are the worst of all bees.
Do you guys
They're
know?
the most
We're
aggressive.
never moving on.
Do you guys know what you call a bee that produces milk?
What do you call it?
Boobies.
Oh man,
So good.
Elliot, what the fuck are you doing on YouTube?
Ow!
What are you doing on YouTube?
It's comedy! It's comedy!
Siri, text Joe Bereta.
What you mean by Sirius 343 on the crap sheet?
Siri. She just has 343 on the crap sheet? Siri, text Joe Bereta.
I don't see Joe Bereta in your contacts.
What the
Can you believe that? No, 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 no!
Elliot!
Oh, no, no, no! No!
So I was at a Fry's. I was in the aisle like looking for a Blu-ray or something, and this guy comes over to me. And this was before SourceFed, so it wasn't like maybe a fan or something. He comes over to me and he looks at me and he goes, "Basket."
Okay.
And then I was like, "What?" And then he goes, and then he just walks away. Walks away.
Steve, how awkward you
so
felt.
weird.
That's like you doing any bit where you yell at people. I feel like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget it because like why? Why the basket? Basket. And I was like, what?
It sounds like a weird like actor improv game. Basket. Like, you know, like we all have to make eye contact with each other. And...
Yeah, he was like a late 30s, early 40s dude.
Do you think he thought he knew you?
Even if he did, why would you do that?
I think maybe he wanted you to have a shopping basket or something.
No, maybe
I had nothing in my hands.
Maybe he's like someone who doesn't get out of the house a lot, and he's like really nervous talking to other people, and he wanted to know where the baskets are, and he was gonna ask you, but then all that came out was baskets.
That's a solid
And then
theory,
he realized
Turney.
when you were like, "What?" He was like, "I failed. I gotta go."
He thinks I'm weird and dumb, and then well, all right, I'll give you that.
So just to refresh your memory, I will be playing Prince William, Kate, and then the royal baby. Will be coming out. So,
all right, ready?
George, Prince George, or King George, whatever. Okay.
Are you ready, Elliott?
Okay.
All right,
I'm
guys.
ready. Okay.
And action.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about these stirrups. I can't believe you did this to me.
You should
Oh
spray this
God!
on.
Oh God!
There you go. There it is.
Oh
Right.
God! It's coming!
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go to the pub later with Harry. We're gonna maybe get.
You're not going to the pub now, you asshole!
Is she always like this? I don't know. I never.
You're the one who knows what I'm always like, you shit!
Never.
Oh God!
Oh my goodness.
Ow!
Baby.
Oh,
Are we trending on Twitter yet? Are we trending? Top trend? We're not. All right, keep going.
My vagina's being ripped apart!
I'm gonna retweet a couple of them. Is that all right? All right, just want to make sure. It's all about the you really got.
Call me George!
Okay.
Call me
He's
George!
on Facebook. I hear hashtags work there too.
I think he's rather precious. What do you think? And see.
Trisha,
With the placenta.
it is hot in there.
But it's weird, both of you have same-sex siblings. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I had mixed gender siblings.
Yeah.
So I remember, my first crushes were my big brother's friends.
Oh,
Jimmy.
See, that's cool.
Oh, Jimmy, you half Korean, half white. Man.
Oh, I've heard about
Where'd you
this
go,
man.
Jimmy?
Love Jimmy.
Where are
Hey,
you, Jimmy?
listen,
Where's Jimmy now?
When my brother got married, when Rob got married, I was 19, and it was like in Cancun. It was a destination wedding, and I was like, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna seal that little Meg deal with Jimmy, because he still looked good. And I was like, at first we were kind of hitting it off, or like having drinks or whatever. Then the wedding rolls around, and he like doesn't really want to talk to me. And then we go out the night of the wedding. Everybody goes out. He like kind of avoids me, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what did I do to scare off Jimmy? And my mom told me later that my brother pulled him aside after the first night, was like, if you sleep with my sister, I'll fucking kill you.
Whoa!
And he ruined my chance to seal the deal with Jimmy.
Oh, well,
Dude.
hey, is Jimmy still around?
Jimmy would not touch me with a 10-foot pole because my brother, him and my brother are still like best friends. They've been best friends since they were like
Dude,
10.
but you don't do that as your brother. I mean, you gotta realize as a brother. You do it?
DJ says yes, you do.
Yeah, but it's like, but dude, you gotta realize that eventually. I mean, well, okay, but okay, but wait a minute.
That reminds me of like one of my most pathetic moments. This wasn't quite a breakup moment, but it was one of my pathetic love moments. Was one of my girlfriends way back in the day. We dated for a long time, but the first time I said I love you to her, it wasn't reciprocated.
Oh.
And I like set it up. It was kind of a sweet night, and she didn't say it back, and I was just like crumbling on the inside. So after she fell asleep, I got out of bed, went to the computer, and just listened to Coldplay's Trouble for like 3 hours.
Oh,
By myself with her in the bed in the room. Me just
Wait,
going,
how old were you?
I didn't mean to cause you trouble. I didn't. I said I love you. And then repeat. I didn't mean to cause you trouble.
What is your worst experience on public transport?
Mine wasn't like bad in that like someone else did something. Mine was we were on a train in Berlin. We were running on like no sleep for 48 hours, and it was so slammed that you couldn't get like a hand on a rail. See, when you do that like oh god, maybe my thighs are strong enough stance on the train.
Surf it.
And then surf it. And then we hit a really hard stop, and I fell on an 8-year-old child. And it was I didn't know how to react, so I just got up, like Maddie helped me up, and he's just like laughing, and everyone else is laughing, and I don't even look at the kid. I just know that there was a small person behind me, and then his dad starts screaming things, and I was like, if I look at him, it's real.
I like how you pretend
and
it
it's
didn't
gonna,
happen.
and he's gonna just kill me because I have no fighting skills whatsoever.
So you just fell
and he's
on him
also
and
in the
then
right.
looked away?
You can't fall on a dude's kid and then fight him.
What?
Like,
You should be like, sorry, I'm sorry.
No, he's just like, you hurt my child. You get a punch in the face. That's the rule.
No.
Yeah, so that was probably the most awkward because then we also went, I think, 5 more stops.
Oh, God.
With just those people behind me, and I was like, it's gonna happen. It's
He's gonna
death.
punch you in the back of the head now.
Yes.
I had an I can explain moment for someone else that I chose to not explain, which is, so I went to summer camp and we had this really cool bunk, but there was this one kid that nobody got along with, and he got the name Little Bitch. From basketball. It was a basketball reference.
Oh yeah, that makes it better. Poor little
Either
bitch.
way. So we're don't call me little bitch. Okay, but you're squeak. But no, so we were all going to bed and I had gum in my mouth and I didn't want to go to sleep with gum in my mouth. The lights were out, this, that, and the other thing. I take out my gum and I just throw it.
Why?
Because I didn't want to get out of the bunk. I was just like,
Gum! Stick it to the side.
That's
underneath.
littering.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's rolling
so
is not littering?
I throw it and then I start.
That's assault.
I hear, well, it gets worse.
Yeah.
It just goes, ow, 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 ow. And everyone's like, shut up, little bitch. And I was like, what the hell's going on with this? No, you guys, there's gum in my pubes. And no, there's not. Go to bed. And I am biting my cheeks to keep from laughing because I'm like, there very well could be
There's
gum in his pubes.
Was he naked?
I don't
Just,
know
like,
why
waiting
his
for your
pubes
gum?
were out.
Yeah, and
But
naked
everyone's like,
with
dude, you're
no
just such a
sheets and
liar.
shit.
Just go to bed. He's like, no, you guys, I'm serious. There's gum in my pubes. And yeah, there could have been. Like,
Hold
but-
on, I'm sorry. Is this a camp or was this a National Lampoon?
This is,
Yeah.
I
Even
wish.
better, I
This
would
is-
have liked Ross to explain it with, that's my gum in his pubes.
That's
No,
my
but
gum.
I could have been like, I can explain. I threw
the
gum.
and you didn't.
I didn't. I just, well, because I was like crying. I was laughing so hard, just like in my bunk, biting my cheeks, trying not to do anything.
You're evil. That's evil.
I was, how old was I? I was like 12.
That's
and, you know,
evil.
we
That's
all
super
do things
evil.
I can't.
Everything happens with friends that's accidental. I got my 2 front teeth knocked out.
Oh my God.
On accident.
My
My baby
baby
teeth.
teeth.
They weren't loose though. We were playing Street Fighter and he threw an uppercut.
premature.
And I felt it hit me. And like my teeth hit together, but it didn't hurt, and I was like, oh man, that was good. And he looked like he saw a ghost, and I just had blood gushing down my face.
My front half of this tooth is fake.
Really?
Really?
What'd
Second
you do?
grade, I was running
I
from a
see
girl,
it.
and
Classic
Joe.
Joe.
I tripped on
Story
a
of a
chair,
live man's life.
and the first thing to hit the ground, the tile floor, was my face. I was searching around on the ground for my tooth. And then I found it, and I put it in my pocket. And then I went to the dentist, and they were like, oh, did you get the tooth? I was like, yes. And I held it up, and I put it up to my mouth, and they're like, Joe, that's a rock.
My other quick one has nothing to do with an audition. I actually got an extra bit part in a movie, in Art School Confidential.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool.
What?
Richard Linklater, or I forgot his name. Who's the guy that directed them? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But so I was a background extra, like a nerdy guy, like art school kid, and I had like 2 or 3 like funny scenes or whatever, and then we all broke for lunch, and I went to the bathroom, and this was like the beginning of the second day. I did 3 days. It was the beginning of the second day, and everyone broke for lunch. I go to the bathroom, and it's one of those like trailer bathrooms, you know? Like, have you ever been on those on a set or something? It's just like a mobile porta potty basically. So I go up into it, lock the door, do my business, try to get out, door's locked, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't get it open, and I'm like slamming my shoulder into it. I got stuck in the extras toilet. I know, no, it was amazing. No,
Okay, hold on. Picture Steve.
yeah.
Hell!
Yeah, dude, it was one of
Done.
these.
Done.
It was one of those like tiny square windows with like the plastic foldable things. Yeah, and I'm like, excuse me, okay, yeah.
All you see is like
Dude.
this bearded
Yeah,
mouth.
I'm telling you, I was stuck in there for like 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone had gotten back to lunch to do their scenes, and so I was just all the way past the craft service where they had the toilets and stuff. So I was stuck in there, and eventually I'm like trying to use my keys to like unlock the fucking thing.
Did you have your phone and call
No, I didn't have my phone. They take your phone and
Yeah.
everything. They don't want you to have your phone on the set and stuff.
Oh, that's so
Yeah, so
great.
like, and so eventually, like, someone walks by and I'm like, please, I'm stuck in here. Can you just help me? was like, I'm so done.
How did they get you out?
They just like, there was some way where like we were both doing like a push thing. Like I was doing a slam thing and they were doing a pull thing on the door. It was awful.
When you first started the story, I thought they were gonna be like, that guy's funny, give him a line. But no, it was like the opposite. You got trapped in a toilet. Supervise says, I'm in the cinema, right? In the middle of a romantic scene, the phone of my friend rings. Turns out it's my mom. She's been calling me, but my phone was on silent. So she decided to call my friend. He picks up, gives me the phone. I didn't realize he answered the call, so I pressed the loudspeaker button by accident. And after that, my mom starts shouting my name. Before I could say anything, it echoes in the whole cinema. Everyone starts laughing, and I'm slowly dying inside.
Wait, do you actually left?
Yeah, of course. It's Steve. Of course, he's gonna totally just. He's gonna walk out with his keys and get in his car.
I mean, they could have just said no, right?
Wait, have you guys ever had a big trampoline?
Yeah. It's a necessity in my life when I'm allowed to have it. I love trampolines.
I've never owned one myself, but I had a neighbor, and the day that I was like, oh, I'm gonna be sad for the rest of my life, I accidentally hurt said neighbor's child on the trampoline, and then you're not allowed to come back to that house.
No!
I had a friend that made you sign. This is way back in the early 90s. Our parents made us sign contracts when we jumped on the trampoline.
I'm gonna do
that. Was my house.
I'm
That was
doing
my
that.
house. We got a trampoline, and my mom said anyone that comes over, no flips, no up. Like my
No
mom.
fun.
The funny thing about our trampoline was that we got it when my sister and I were pretty young, like pre-puberty.
That's good parenting.
And
Good
then
parenting.
my dad was always like, when we got this trampoline, I had no idea I'd have 2 daughters with huge chests. Because like we got older and we'd just be on the trampoline all the time, and like trucks would drive by and be like honk honk. And we thought it was hilarious.
Just accidents for days. Just
Were you guys living right next to a shipping route? And all these semis are just like,
Womp. It was hilarious, but all I thought is, oh, poor daddy.
And how old were you though?
How old was I when Daddy made that comment, or when we got the trampoline?
When you were.
How about when Daddy made the comment?
When Daddy made the comment, we were probably 21 and 16.
Oh, okay. Well, good to know you didn't let that child inside you die.
Oh no!
Did you guys almost ever really get hurt on one?
I've launched off of one and landed in grass.
Yeah, I've seen that happen tons of times.
I've launched while doing a flip and landed on my back on the grass.
Oh!
We used to jump off my friend's roof onto it, and then did that, and instead of landing on my butt, I did something stupid, and I got launched after hitting it, and it was a straightforward, like, fast launch, and my leg went down between the springs.
Oh, that's the worst. That's
and
when
I
you really
went
hurt yourself.
over the side of it.
Did you break your leg?
My leg bent backwards and then bent me back and flew me back up.
Holy
Walked away from that.
What?
Somehow. Third one was with my trampoline that I bought at home a couple years ago. It was after a rainstorm and they get really heavy.
Okay.
And I would just like need to go vent or just have like 10 minutes of just being outside. So I'd just go out and I'd jump and do flips for 10 minutes. And it was after a rainstorm and I did a really big jump and was doing a flip, and it came off of its supports. So in midair, I'm doing a backflip, and I look down and I see the trampoline rise, half of it fall to the ground. I land on it perfectly in the center and roll down and land in the grass unscathed.
Wow.
It was the best.
I know in this
Scariest,
episode of
'cause
Joe
I was
Almost
upside down.
Dies.
Yeah, right?
Upside down, and I see it go, full dunk, and all I'm, fuck. 10.
You're the Impossible Joe. If you were on Doctor Who, there'd be an episode called The Impossible Joe. There's so many times you should have died, but then like something happened and saved you.
Do you think I'm okay?
I think you're great.
Thank you.
It's so tempting, right?
Where? Who has the grapes? Because
weird
if
though,
I
'cause
ever
I'm
ate
not-
a poo-poo, and one time I stuck a fork in a pig and it yelled at me.
I think it's getting borderline.
Yeah, too far. Hey, Sean Penn, ease it back, okay?
Put the bird thing and you drink some mud and you spit in the eye of a baby dolphin and you ride to the lightning of noontime.
This is gonna be the one
And
where
space is
when
the
we're reviewing
place
this
that
cut,
you
Steve's gonna
will
go,
be.
you guys think we should keep it in?
I
Or?
never went to
I'm gonna go,
Boy
oh
and I went to town and I went to my dad's place and I went there happy time.
Hey guys, and the thing was, is like, I never really rebelled because my parents were so nice to me. They were really, just really nice to me.
This is I love so much that your counterpart over here was like, guys,
Put his hat back on!
Wait, what?
Nothing, baby.
This
You had a
is,
little
like,
accident.
the weirdest
Okay.
pitch for a children's show ever.
Guys, I think I
It's
peed
like,
myself.
I'm positive you did.
I want to kiss your tongue with my lips. I want to watch porn with you, and I want your grandfather there.
The fuck?
I want to buy socks with your family. I don't care who it is.
First up, most of the cat.
Jesus Christ. I can't. That's so weird. That's some of the weirdest stuff I've ever said.
You guys, I'm a freaking plane.
You guys, I'm a freaking plane.
I'm going
to the
country
plane.
to country. I'm seeing the world. I got fresh air.
You got
I'm running into ducks.
Yeah.
And bugs.
I had a plane hit a duck once when I was on the way.
Really?
Yeah, cracked the windshield. We had to land.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Wait, can't that crash a plane?
And you
if
know
it
why?
flies in
Do
the
you know
engine?
why?
I think so.
You can. Well, no. Well, I can not. It depends. But we hit a duck on my way back from Washington D.C. on my senior year trip, and I figured it was karma because I ate duck for the first time on that trip.
Was it tasty
Whoa!
though?
It was like
duck meat's really dark and.
Oh, I like
It was
duck.
like that person's lover came to come and attack you.
Bethany! She was my one love!
That!
I'm coming for you!
I legitimately I'm gonna have nightmares about Joe's duck.
That's the most terrifying duck ever.
Dude, he's been scorned and you heard him.
I love how
Scorned
What are your thoughts on kids/teenagers watching YouTube and wanting to do it as a profession when they grow up?
I have some thoughts on this. I find it very strange and kind of cool, but also like a little unnerving because I think the difference between, like, I've never heard of like being a YouTuber, and that's something that gets said a lot nowadays, especially like at VidCon, like I want to be a YouTuber. But that's like almost more of a lifestyle than a profession, and like it's a very strange sort of differentiation. Like, what does that mean? YouTube, to me, that's like saying I want to be a TVer growing up. Like, that's just a medium. And so when you say you want to be a YouTuber, like, I don't really know what that looks like or what that means. It's like, do you want to be a filmmaker? Do you want to be like the Corridor Digital type person and be on YouTube? Or do you want to be like the Shay Carl, like vlogging style, like that kind of thing? So I think it's kind of
a big blanket.
It's a strange thing to say you want to be a YouTuber because you're making a profession out of a medium.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my thoughts on this really quick. When I was a kid, I wanted nothing more than to be an entertainer. What do we got over there? Coffee machines going?
Is there a gas leak on the
Here's
side
my
of the
thoughts.
office?
What is that? Was that like, guys, like a
what do we
coffee?
got?
Is that like,
Coffee
we call that a
maker
coffee
going?
machine? Is that what it is? No, okay. Good. Good stop. Great.
I want to see like the dean of a college like talking about when you come to this school. What is that? A coffee machine going? All right. Here's my thoughts. When I was a kid, I wanted nothing more than to be an entertainer. I wanted to entertain.
The thing is, I just pictured the bad guy from the Hillary Swank Karate Kid giving a speech.
Or just any bad guy.
Soldiers! What is that?
Yeah, Shredder. I'm gonna get you, turtles.
Listen, ever since
what is that? A coffee
I was
machine?
a child, I've wanted to be What is that? Is that a coffee machine? We brew coffee here? Who drinks coffee?
Mr. Morgan, wanted to say that after checking your blood, we found, what is that, a coffee maker?
What? Okay. So as you were saying, that's pretty funny. God.
Do you know how fast you were going? I say you're going at least 10 over. What is that, a coffee maker going on?
So loud, dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
Is there something playing from a phone? Oh, wow. Heard that. Bye. But in 1990, you, Elliott. I'll see you later, Elliott. You have a wonderful day. But in 1991, in a culmination of the 2-year training. I'm sorry, Kezzy. I'm sorry about these clowns. Reverse scroll, please. But in 1991, in a culmination of a, oh my God, I'm going to kill you. We ready? All right. But in 1991, in a oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. I don't want it to happen. My butthole!
Yeah, I guess we're all kind of shaping it in a way. Like we're at a point in the YouTube world where you're right, big companies are kind of looking down. What is that? A coffee machine?
I literally just thought this was the perfect time for a callback.
Yeah,
God damn it.
No, and the thing is, though, with the pro-choice movement and versus the pro-life movement and the Planned Parenthood, because the funding comes from, is that a coffee shit?
What was the one time you actually thought you were going to die?
I can say 3 right off the top of my head, and they all revolve around one kid that I was growing up with. His name was Matt Cuff. The first time we went and snuck on a floating trampoline, I might have told this story before, in a lake at like 2 in the morning at somebody's private property, jumping on it. Turns out lake trampolines aren't that fun, so we swam underneath it instead. And I got lost underneath the rubber part of it. Somehow I got disoriented just swimming to the middle open part, and I came up right in the middle of a section, and I didn't know which way to go, so I started going this way, losing my breath, and it was still above me, so I freaked out and returned and started going the other way. Did that like 3 times. I was about to lose my breath, and I finally came up, so that's when I almost died, number 1.
Wow.
2, we're on a mountain pass going camping up in the Hungry Horse Reservoir, and it turned into a gravel road, and he was going way too fast. Matt Cuff was driving. Rock wall here, sheer edge of the road here going down to wooded area. We'd pull a 180 we were going into the rock wall. We pull a 180 turn on the gravel road. We lose control and we start sliding. So my window is going to go down on this side of the incline, and our car stopped right like this. And right below where my window would have hit was a jagged tree stump about this wide, sticking straight up, would have slammed right into my face.
Oh my God.
3rd time Matt Cuff almost killed me was attempted murder. Okay. We were camping at the spot that we finally got to, and he brought his paintball gun, and out of nowhere he's like, ha ha, he lifts it up and he shoots it at me, but it turned out there was a rock in the barrel.
Oh my God!
Flew past my head, broke a window. I'm gonna get you
Joe,
someday.
you're so lucky to be alive.
I'm gonna get you someday. Yeah, so I've almost, there's other stories. I almost died a lot.
Please don't die, Joe.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Trisha, I'm gonna sing this song while I lay down in this chair.
Okay.
This song is gonna mostly be about a baby bear.
Oh.
The bear ate honey, the bear ate bees, the bear ate a boy, and the bear ate a tree, and then he ate a car, and then he killed a man. He stabbed a baby, then he fucked a dad.
I'm gonna get kind of personal here. I had, when I was a bigger boy, I had sleep apnea. You guys know what sleep apnea is? That shit's intense. Your throat closes up while you sleep. Yeah. You could die. It's very serious. A lot of people have it. And I would literally, so I would fall asleep while driving.
Oh my God.
It would happen way too often.
I've fallen asleep while driving. It's fucking frightening.
It's terrifying. And you know what? Like, I guess there's this thing called highway hypnosis.
Yeah.
Where, like, you just kind of don't remember the last 15 minutes. You weren't really asleep, but you were just kind of like, you know the road so well. And I would drive the PCH every day. And that's like one of the most dangerous fucking roads in California.
At any given time, you could just fly into the ocean.
And you're done.
Just
or
done.
like, yeah,
or into a freaking cliff that will just drop boulders
or
on
like,
you.
yeah, and if even when a fender bender happens on the PCH, you've fucked traffic for the next 4 hours. Basically, it's the worst. So, but I drove the PCH because it's a beautiful scenery, and I needed to get from Oxnard to Culver City every fucking day.
Good God.
Which was 5 years of my life. Thank you, and that's why I'm great.
You were driving to Sony from Oxnard?
That's why you're so scared that we were gonna move for a while.
Dude,
like,
I know.
No, this is so sweet.
And I live so close to the office. I thank whoever's out there. I can walk to work. Yeah, it's the only reason why I work here. But no, so I would fall asleep on the road, and on the fucking PCH of all roads to fall asleep on.
Like,
I don't know, man. It might have been like a couple of seconds at a time. And one morning, I fucking was at a stop, and I fell asleep, and then I guess I just instinctively hit the gas. And I fucking slammed into this person in front of me. It wasn't that bad. It was basically a fender bender. But I was like, okay, that was the wake up call.
Did you get out of the car and go, dude, I fell asleep?
Yeah, I did.
You
I
told
got
him?
out of the
You
car.
told him?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have.
I did.
No
I got out of
way.
the car and I was like, you know what, man? I got a problem. I fell asleep. I drive to Culver City every day.
Coming to God moment right
yeah,
there?
that was my come to God moment. Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. Like,
Was he pissed?
No, he was totally cool, and he was like, what did he do?
That's amazing.
Yeah, he was
that
super cool.
I almost killed myself. I crashed through a dude's mailbox, and he was angry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, my car's all fucked, and like,
He didn't ask you.
I'm like surprised that I'm not dead. There's like fucking water shooting through my
Holy
engine,
shit.
and he's like, you motherfucker. I was like, are you serious? I like lost my shit for like 30 seconds. I was like, I almost died.
That's the worst thing in the world.
Anyway, but
No, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, and on the PCH, the kind of people that are on the PCH, there's a lot of hoity-toity drivers over there.
There's some nice cars.
There's some nice cars. Let's put it that way. And this one was it was a nice car. But the guy was just like super cool. He was just like,
that's great.
Best
guy to slam into
Yeah,
ever.
it happens. Don't worry about it, man. Like, it's cool.
We're gonna be here for the next 4 hours. Why don't you take a seat?
I don't even think we exchanged our info.
Oh, so you barely touched.
Well, I think I did do something, but maybe he had like amazing insurance or something, or maybe he had like somebody that could fix it.
Maybe he stole a car and he just wanted to get away.
He had like a dead body in his trunk. It's cool, dude. Let's just do this. Yeah, but it was the best and worst car accident experience because it was a wake up call for me. I needed to do something with my fucking sleep apnea in my sleep, and then that guy was awesome.
Yeah, it's frightening. I've done it a number of times.
So what's yours?
Mine's okay. Here we go. It's a fun story. Is this one of the things that? No, it's one of the ones where I'm going to tell you at the end, and then we're going to build to it.
Oh yeah.
I slept
like
on a
Memento.
highway.
Yeah, it's like Memento.
Yeah, I slept on a highway, in the middle of nowhere once, on the road. If a car would have came, I would have probably died. Slept on a highway. Okay, so.
Wait, no car. You're just sleeping on the road?
Yeah, in my sleeping bag.
No. Oh
my
God.
Wait. What?
He's not afraid to fuck a man in the butt. Going to town and fuck shit up. Yeah, he's a bear. And he's gonna grow up and be a motherfucking bear.
Baby bear. He's going into a big
He's
bear.
gonna grow up and be a bear. Yeah, he's a baby bear, but he's gonna grow up to be a bear. He's a baby bear, but he's gonna grow up. He's gonna get hair down in his crotch area. He's gonna be a bear. And he's gonna fuck you in the head.
So, my friends and I, when we were in high school and when we were in college, we'd come back for the summer. We used to go to Canada. I've talked about this before. That's where we could go and be debaucherous before we were 21. So this was like our second or third trip trying to get there. It was me and my buddy Andrew, John, and Greg, and Dustin. And what we would do is we would drive through Glacier National Park and then get up to the Canadian border and go in. So we're all going. We're having a good time. We get up to the Canadian border. It's about 9 p.m., right? And they go, how much money do you have? We're like, well, I don't know, to go this much in our bank accounts. We're good. They're like, well, we want you guys to have cash on you. We're not going to let you into our country. They knew we were going to go up there and just look at their strippers and drink their beer. So they're like, no, we're not going to let you in unless you have cold, hard cash on you. We're like, crap. So the border closes at 10. So we have to go back into Glacier National Park, and it's about a 30-minute drive to the nearest ATM. So we're doing that. We're like, we're never going to make it. We're never going to make it. We go... We get to the ATM, get our money, drive all the way back up to the border, close. They wouldn't let us in. So we're stuck in this weird like purgatory. We just got kicked out of Canada, and now we got to go back to Glacier National Park, which is on an Indian reservation, or this part of it is in St. Mary's. It's right out of the park. So we go back, and we're like, well, what do we do? Well, let's go into this bar. We're 19. We go in. We get wasted.
Why were they allowing you to get...
It's that part of the... It's so out in the middle of nowhere they just let us in. It's the type of bar where there was a dog dancing on the dance floor. And nobody questioned it. We're just like...
Right. So it's like the bar...
Dogs got moves.
It's like the From Dusk Till Dawn bar.
Yeah. So we just get blitzed, right? And we go back to St. Mary's, Montana, which is the closest town and the only place to stay. And we get kicked out because we get kicked out of the town because we're too loud and rambunctious and we're laughing and having a good time. So we have nowhere to go. We literally can't go to Canada, and we're kicked out of Montana, the closest thing to Canada. So we have nowhere to stay and nowhere to go. And then we hear there's some girls up in a cabin that work they come from around the world and they work the park. So we're like, let's go talk to the girls in the cabins. It's 12 o'clock. And we're walking up the road to this cabin on a hill, and a car comes up, and it's a man. He's like 50 years old, and he rolls down the window. I get in the window. I'm like, where? Can you tell us where the girls are? Can you lead us to the girls? And it turns out that guy's the chaperone of this whole place, and he gets pissed, and he's like, I'm calling the tribal police. The tribal police do not deal well with white boys. So 4 of us are just blitzed, and then we all scatter, and our one sober friend that had never drank in his life that has the car, and he's like, what's happening? Me and my friend, we run down an incline that's like 75 degrees. It's wood, and we hide on this slope, like trying not to fall for the next hour. And we can see down on the road the highway, and our friend with the car every 20 minutes would be,
I'm just looking for us.
Holy shit! Wait, and so no
Tribal
cell
police.
phones.
No cell phones or nothing. Our Indian friend Dustin, he's running around trying to find a place to hide. Of course, he naturally goes to the teepee. There's a decorative teepee here in Glacier National Park. So he runs up to the decorative teepee to lay down and sleep/hide. There's people in it. He lays down next to the people, realizes he's laying down next to people.
Wait, why were there people in it?
Because they rent out the teepee. So he got up and ran out of there. Meanwhile, our other friend Greg is hiding in a creek bed under a log.
What the fuck? This is like Stand By Me.
Yeah. So we finally all meet our friend on the highway. Our sober friend that like had never had to do anything like this before in his life. We finally all get in the car. We're like, what are we gonna do? We got nowhere to stay. We can't go to Canada. We're kicked out of Montana. The tribal police are looking for us. So we drive on and we take a right onto this road that goes out to the sign said Duck Lake, 30 miles or something. So we start driving out and then we realize we're all tired and we have nowhere to stay. So about halfway to Duck Lake, we just pull over on the side of the road. In my drunken stupor, there's 5 of us in this small station wagon. I'm like, I can't sleep in here. I open the door and I get out and I walk into the field. And in the field is a barbed wire fence. In my drunken mind, I'm like, I'm gonna sleep under the barbed wire fence. So I put my sleeping bag under the barbed wire fence, and I sleep there for about an hour, and then I wake up and I realize I'm freaking freezing because it's Montana. And I get up and I go back to the car, and they're all in the car, and they're like, there's no room. So I go, fine. And I went behind the car and I laid down on the highway and I fell asleep. And I woke up alive. Don't drink.
Oh my god.
Crazy. It's like,
why haven't you written a script about this?
It was
sounds
such a good
awesome.
night.
What's the most epic way we can take this video out? Yeah, what's something else?
I hope they like.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, I hope they cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You got a sweat there, man.
Me too.
Playing the timpani's hard, bro.
Especially invisible timpani.
Yeah, don't know where they are.
I mean, Joe, you're a parent already, but I feel like after this generation,
I'm a fucking parent.
I feel like after this.
Oh fuck shit! Fuck shit, bitch bastard! Cock! Pussy cunt! We're nominated for a bunch of awards.
We are. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited to lose. I really am.
Let's practice our losing faces.
Oh, okay.
And the winner is not SourceFed.
I'm gonna throw up! I'm gonna throw up! I'm gonna throw up! asshole! You fucking dick! You don't deserve that shit!
Thanks for watching Common Commentary.